Thank you for joining me. Sorry, Connor's in the kitchen talking smack. Anyway, so tonight we are having Philly cheesesteak.
Which one's yours?
So I am
There's no place for the mayonnaise.
using my new knife. He's still in there talking. And this steak is partially frozen, and so it makes it that and a good knife makes it so much easier to cut the meat up. So I'm chopping the steak up into fairly small pieces. It'll be easier to eat a sandwich that way. Not that I could get my sandwich to close very easily. Definitely had to stop a few times because it was awful. It was definitely very cold. So I'm going to toss it into the bowl and set it off to the side so we can get some of the other stuff going. These are the bell peppers that I have in my freezer from just a few months ago that I had chopped up, and this is some of the onions that I had chopped the other day. I like to keep some on hand in the fridge. So now that I've switched gears here, we are going to make a cheddar cheese sauce for the top of the Philly cheesesteaks. So I'm going to start off by doing a roux. want it to brown up ever so slightly so you can help get that floury taste out of it. So I suggest just cooking it for a few moments until you get the real hang of it, because I tend to do my roux a little dark, so quickly going to a burnt look. I'm going to add milk, a little bit of paprika, salt, pepper, and we're just going to see the consistency and then add in the cheese. You're not looking for a gravy consistency for this milk, just a little thin, because the cheese will help thicken it up some more. I don't know quite how much I ended up putting in it. I do have some cheese sauce left, and I'm going to move this burner out of the way. Xander's going to watch it for me. He's my helper today. And we are going to move to cooking up the vegetables and then the meat. To burn or anything, so I put a couple tablespoons in my electric skillet, and we're just gonna cook them until the onions are translucent. Bell peppers were cut into small chunks like I'd like for this dish, so I'm going to have to chop them up slightly. But once again, with this new knife set I bought, it makes it really easy, and I highly recommend it. are looking perfect, and so we don't want them to get overdone, and so I'm going to go ahead and add the meat. Just going to cook it to your preferred doneness, because the heat will continue to cook it ever so slightly. I will do it right before it's completely done. So in turn, I'm going to just keep it really simple: salt, pepper, and then leave it alone. So I am back there making sure the cheese sauce tastes good and is the right consistency. I want it to be a little runny. You don't want it too thick. So I ended up having to add more milk. I did a combination of salt on this. I did some smoked salt, which I'm sad my Winco doesn't carry it anymore, and table salt, just regular black pepper, and everything is cooked. My pan will stay hot, so it'll finish cooking it. I'm going to add a little more salt. I tasted it. It really wasn't very salty, and as you can see, we have some rolls going in the back. And we are going to finish everything up. It's time to start plating up. So I am trying to do what you would see on TV on some of these, where they use the long looking spatula thing to put the cheese on. Yeah, that was a joke. That did not work. So I went back to the other spatula and it worked much better. Everybody seemed to be really pleased with this dinner. We just had Philly cheesesteak, nothing too fancy. It was an easy thing to put together, and actually there was leftovers. Thank you again for joining us, and please subscribe and leave a friendly comment and a like. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love ya.